Okay, let's quickly set up the dock missions.
Congratulations, Admiral. Congratulations, Admiral.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. You still have challenges ahead of you, but I'm confident that you will be able to do anything you set out to do. Good luck.
Thank you, Admiral. Good evening, Jack. How you doing tonight? Hey, Final. Salute to you as well. I hope all is well with everybody. Okay, let's see if my fleet needs anything. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Too late now. Okay, let's get to it. A group of my people are trying to create a new home. Yeah, I know, because I'm one of you. Seal's capital city has been erupted into fighting since she disappeared. So-called saviors struggle for power. The new ones arise and fall every day. We are witnessing the end of days as an empire. I believe a group of Romulans who want to survive. With our leader to town, we are throwing off our shackles of the past. We reject secrecy and deceit in favor of democracy and cooperation. In creating a new world, we'll remake our culture. A final planet we call Mol Riha, New Romulus in your language. No, I'm Romulan. It can be ours. We have much to do before we can truly call it home. Your government has authorized me to ask you for assistance. I know that's been hostilities between your peoples and mine. Once again, I'm one of you. Can you look past our history and help us build a new world? Well, I guess I have to. Let's upstream as far as we can. Yeah, we didn't travel as far as I wanted to. Because I still have a Warp 8 engine, that's why. And here we are, coming up on New Romulus. And now we'll let this cutscene play out.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Detan.
Since I was a child hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to meet me here. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This wouldn't be possible without you. Your example led the way. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mold Rihan, or New Romulus, as our allies call it, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long, a place where our descendants can live in peace.
So that was our intro to Detan, leader of the Romulan Republic. Thank you for coming to New Romulus, Admiral. After the Hobus incident, the Federation offered hand in friendship to the survivors to help where we could, but we were refused. After diplomacy failed, Starfleet Command made the decision to make several preemptive strikes to eliminate threats before outbreak of open war could occur. Whether or not those actions were justified is not for us to debate. The establishment of New Romulus and the alliance with the Remans, you see the potential for a second chance. What we do here could shape the Federation's relationship with your people for decades. We can create a new alliance, and we can wake a sleeping dragon. I believe in Ambassador Spock's plan for reunification, for peace. That's why I volunteered to be the liaison between Detan and the Federation. Before that can happen, we need to earn the trust of the Romulan people. I believe you can help with that. I look forward to working with the Federation to establish our new homeworld. Now to introduce ourselves to Foreman Kylor.
Let me brief you on the situation here. We're building a new city here, at the site where people first landed on this world more than 2,000 years ago, after the Sundering. Our Reman friends will take the lower levels, where they can feel most at home. We'll use the staging area as a landing site for shuttlecraft and a place to coordinate construction and future shipping. Many of our records were lost with the homeworld. But what we do have indicates that there was a battle here before the colony ships left to find Romulus.
You found what could be
The Sword of the Raptor Star, one of our most revered artifacts.
here on this world.
There's still much we need to learn about this world and its inhabitants. This creature, for example. How did it adapt to the radiation that until recently made this world unsuitable for colonization? Recent scans are showing the radiation falling into manageable levels. With modern technology and your assistance, this should be a place where the Romulan and Reman people can thrive for generations to come. We've found ruins that date back to the Sundering, and beneath them, signs of what may be a much older civilization. Who lived here eons ago? What happened to them? We're doing what we can, but we can't do it alone. If you're here to help, I'll get you started.
And let's get started. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and not enough hands to do the work. My job is to organize volunteers, so grab a spanner, or collect reports and volunteer already. You might even get that fancy uniform a little dusty. Dirty work is honest work. And yes, that is certainly true. She was with the Tal Shiar. She's on the ground on a shuttlecraft. Thank you, Admiral. I know this may not seem like much, but everything you can do contributes to Mol Rihan. As the Klingons say, the first city wasn't built in a day.
Several of our colony worlds are reporting consistent attacks by various enemies. We can't keep the Republic together if we don't convince them that mutual defense is our best option. We need you to assist in these operations, to help colony worlds whenever they come under threat. I received reports of Tal Shiar spying on New Romulus. Not a surprise, but we need to stay cautious. Most recently, I've acquired a recording that has actionable information. I'd like for you to follow up on it.
Understood, Admiral. Begin message playback. I don't have a lot of time. I've hidden the recording where you first arrived in the staging area of New Romulus. Find it. And message playback. Okay. Hopefully one of those will pop soon. I shouldn't do that until we finish this mission because of the cutscene. So there seems to be a recording taken from hidden cameras in the capital city itself. Unless there's a message on it, it's addressed specifically to you.
I'll be going now, unless you need anything else. Do you want me to bring you something to eat?
No, no, thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Proconsul, may we speak?
How did you get in here?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sub-Commander Kiana, and I represent certain individuals interested in the future of the Romulan people.
Don't patronize me. You mean the Tal Shiar.
If you want to be blunt, yes.
What do you want, Sub-Commander?
An agreement that will benefit us both. You agree to allow us to advise you on the governing of this colony, and in return we will do all we can to assist you with any complications that may arise.
You want to play kingmaker. I'm no king, and deals made in the dark never end well. If you want to open negotiations, contact my office during business hours.
You know as well as I do that would be pointless. There's too much bad blood, and the Federation and the Klingons would never agree. I'd be lucky to leave the negotiations alive. Hakiv's death and the disappearance of the Empress has left my organization at loose ends. The Tal Shiar needs a strong leader. You have the trust of the Klingons, Starfleet, the Remans. Just imagine what you could do with our help.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Merely presenting options. A wise man would see that this is his best, his only option.
I was instructed by the wisest of men, Sub-Commander. Spock taught me that openness and truth have more power than secrets. I want all Romulans to unite, even the Tal Shiar. But it can only happen in the light of day.
I'll give you time to reconsider. We have similar goals to time. You want to rebuild Romulan power. So do we. Think about it. We will speak again.
Computer, give me everything we have on the Tal Shiar.
Interesting. Who do you think left us that recording, Admiral? Whoever it was, obviously someone who wants us to know everything that's been going on behind the scenes. If it were Talmera or Nadell, I'd assume they just talked to us directly. We should submit this directly to Carrick. I agree. Lieutenant Tanaga in the warehouse contacted me. The colony is having supply issues. The source of them may be the Ferengi contractor they hired to manage the supply lines. Well, there's your problem, Ferengi. We think having a neutral party like you would help diffuse the conflict. Would you be willing to sort this out? Yeah, as long as I can fire the Ferengi. Oh, good, it popped. Many reports of defending the new colony world, no Rehon is in the future. They must maintain a presence here as well. If the Tholians would plunder the vault and strip of it of its technology and weapons, we cannot allow this. Our ships are fighting the Tholians but are badly outnumbered. Help as many of them as you can. Understood, emissary. Save all 10 at a time. Stupid Martha Nebula. Ships to go. Yes, got them all. Okay, let's go after the Weavers.
The Tholian vault web is 20% complete. The Tholian vault web is 40% complete. The Tholian vault web is 60% complete. The Tholian's web is collapsing. Excellent. The vault is secure, but we are not. Sensors show Tholian reinforcements approaching at high warp. Prepare for battle. Defeat the Tholian flagship if you can.
Congratulations, Admiral.
The colonies are already reporting back, and while things are still tense, your help will keep the balance in our favor.
Thank you, Admiral. For some reason that was a little buggy. Probably because I left the map. So let's try it again. Okay, why aren't you letting me in? Okay, that is very weird. We're at the right spot too. If it doesn't work, we'll just skip it. Yep, looks like we're gonna skip it. I have to juggle for a research project, direct my staff, keep the Nanov safe from construction and Tel Shiar, all while dodging swarms of Varen. Using assistance I can get. Are you here to help? If so, grab some sample tubes and tricorder and get to work. On my way. And now to take a jump from a height that normally would kill me. A lot of baby nanox attack. Few more tags to do. Last tag. Okay, let's hope we can begin this instance. Yeah, I figured I could climb up that way. There should be one up here. Ah, stupid rubber banding. Go back to the staging grounds and then you can scoot on over. Gotta try to hit all these transporter pads. If I can remember where them all are. Where all of them are. Here's one right here. Yeah, that's right. You just walk back instead of running. Hello, leg. Let's use my Section 31 phaser rifle. Nor Telshia are just spawning everywhere.
Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
The weapon is so good in groups.
Personal shield losing power.
Really?
Personal shield losing power.
Okay, follow this road and we'll get to the mountain pass.
Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
And we're almost there. I'll be really upset if this doesn't work. Oh, it is gonna work. Wow.
The Herodian will be well rewarded for your assistance.
Shield losing power. Spiking damage detected. Enemy combatants eliminated.
Take a squad and secure the area.
Hello, prisoner. I'm here to rescue you. Now get out of here.
The Herodian will be well rewarded for your assistance. Intruders, defend the array.
Personal shield losing power.
What happened, guys? Taking a nap again?
Take a squad and secure the area.
Shield losing power. Shield losing power.
This planet smells. It must be the Klingons. Intruders! Defend the array!
Somebody definitely does not like we're here.
Shield losing power. Making damage detected.
Your continued resistance is forcing me to take direct action. This is regrettable, but your deaths will pave the way to a new Romulan star empire. One controlled by the Tal Shiar.
Take a squad and secure the area.
Making damage detected.
This planet smells. It must be the Klingons.
Shield losing power.
Intruders, defend the array.
Shield losing power.
Search the areas for intruders. They can't be far.
Okay, collect all my loot.
far. As loud as a Klingon.
You captured Rule? Excellent. You have a lot of questions for him. I know he's not going to just start telling us all his secrets. Any information he reveals will be valuable. There aren't many left in the Tal Shiar with his security clearance. Akiv's death hit them hard, and now survivors are just trying to hold on to the status quo. We're not scared of the Tal Shiar anymore. Without fear, they're powerless.
Be quiet! You're as loud as a Klingon.
I agree.
I've received another recording, and I think it's connected to the prior Tal Shiar one. I'd like for you to follow up and track down any information related to it.
Understood, Admiral. Begin message playback. I hope you found my other gift. If you're willing, I have more to show you. Go to the pass in the mountain above the staging area.
The Herogen will
There
be
you'll
well
find a shuttle.
rewarded for your
Use those
assistance.
access codes to review surveillance footage. End message playback. If the codes work, you should have access to the shuttle's recording systems.
I've visited Detan for the third and final time, Commander. He still worships the Vulcan's memory. He will not see reason. He is only one man, however. If misfortune were to befall him, perhaps his replacement would be more accommodating.
I have no interest in making martyrs, Sub-Commander. Attacking Detan directly would be yet another distraction from the real issues on this world. In this case, some assistance may be required. You understand the situation? Detan and his people are intractable. I need you to show them the error of their ways.
I don't need someone like you to explain things. Do you remember our agreement?
Continue to assist us, and you'll have your pick of the hunting grounds. The best and most powerful trophies will be yours.
I expect something better than that grunting beast by the river.
Of course.
Defend the array.
It is done. Starfleet and the Klingons will be our prey. Once they are gone, Detan and his followers will be yours to command.
I don't think so. This really feels like the work of Romulan intelligence, yet nothing from
Search the
Almera
areas for
directly.
intruders. They
You should
can't be
submit
far.
this recording to Carrick as well. Okay, let's go see if we can do the warehouse instance. Don't know why that never worked. Okay. Such a long run. Might as well do all the available missions we can. Good kitty kitty. Or dinosaur kitty, whatever. Ah, here's another kitty. Kitty with sharp teeth. Oh good, it's a friend. Sometimes I'll just like to ride in the back of one of those guys. How fun that would be. Oh, hello.
Enemy targets on sensor.
I'm more powerful than you, Hiroji. Really? You're not attacking? Alright, now it's time to start the cave.
I'm very glad you could take time to assist us. We've been having some strange occurrences lately. Noises we can't identify are being heard deep in the caves, and our supplies keep disappearing. One of my scientists volunteered to investigate, and he hasn't returned. Would you be willing to look for him? Any scans you could take when you're in the caves would also be very helpful.
Yes, we will look for him. Some strange blocks this game. more scorpions to fight. Holographic hole. We've seen that before. Tholian web emitter. I can see a Tholian right now.
I managed to clear up some of the interference. I am detecting Tholian life signs ahead of your coordinates. Please proceed with caution.
Yeah, I just killed one. Tholians are flooding this area with low-level thoron particles. The particles won't harm us in small doses, but it could be an attempt to trick our tricorders. I suggest we stay alert. Sound advice at any time. Intruder converged location deadly force. Tholians seem to be gathering information on the Daewon ruins. They appear to be especially interested in the relationship between the Daewons and the Arconians. Interesting. It's usual to see a plant of this type thriving so far underground, Captain. We know that people who once lived on this planet retreated to the caves after some type of environmental disaster. Perhaps they are bioengineering plants that would survive underground as food sources. We're still seeing results of their experiments thousands of years later. Tholians seem to be collecting extensive data about Daewon technology. They seem to be particularly interested in the artifacts related to gateway technology. Interesting. I wonder what they could be up to. Pretty large figurine. Captain Collins has several flora samples in quarantine that may be attempting small experiments to see if the planet will be made habitable for them environmental suits. Of course, if the planet is habitable for Tholians, it wouldn't be habitable for humanoids. Starting detecting an unusual energy signature. It's similar to rifts on Nukara Prime. More stable, we know that Tholians were trying to harness the rifts as a form of transportation to other dimensions. If I had to guess, I'd say it could be a Tholian transporter. Wouldn't want to try it though, there's no telling where we'd end up. Agreed. Glad you're able to find the missing scientists. I never expected those caves to be overrun with Tholians. They're sending more security down to protect the science team, but they determined to finish their work. Thanks to you, they'll have a chance to do so.
We've received another anonymous message. This time, it's about something going on in one of the old cave systems. Check it out, and report back to me personally. As always, this information is classified.
Understood, Admiral. Message playback begins. The Tal-Shiar aren't our biggest problem. As you probably have seen, Tholians have interest in this planet too. Go to the cave entrance in the small crater in the forest. Find a Tholian console. Use these codes. They have to work. They have to. End message playback. Alright. Now we're going to hear a lot of screeching. These Tholians' access codes look like they give us a tunnel directly into their main system logs. Accessing them now. They work. Are you ready to review the logs? Yes. Update begins. Do you wish a verbal briefing? You are 2.3 minutes late with your update. Transmit your report, then proceed. The delay was unavoidable. I've located the source artifacts, but they were complications. Robin scientists held my survey team. As the intruder been neutralized, we're holding him for questioning. That planet holds technology of interest to us. The Azure Nebula provides us a convenient access point. The subspace tunnel so we can send our ships to your location. Find technology and return its origin. We do not want to repeat the situation on Nukara Prime. Understood, Romulus and their allies appear to be troublesome. They're expanding their explorations of the ancient colony world in areas of interest to us. They're mammals and easily distracted. We send a strike force to their space station. This will draw the one known as OVSEC and his allies away from your survey teams. Romulans are a threat to our operation. There's a possibility they will discover or destroy artifacts before we recover them. Eliminate the threat. Recover the artifacts. Interesting. Wait, does that mean the Tholians' attack on the vault was nothing more than a distraction? Also, why are these artifacts so important? Preparing to submit according to command now. Greetings, Admiral. The Titan has formally requested your presence at one of our research facilities, and I must say it's quite a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about everything you've done for us. Please report as soon as you are able. Thank you. We'll be on our way. here. I assume you're here to attend the meeting with the Titan? Yes, I am.
I'm grateful for all you've done for our colony. We wouldn't be as far along as we are without your assistance. That's why I wanted you here today, to hear for yourself some of what we found. Doctor?
What we found in our archaeological surveys is that the planet was populated long before our people arrived after the Sundering. We've discovered multiple ruins from that time period that correspond to the few historical records we still have. Most of our data from that era was lost with the homeworld.
And the sword?
I'm ready to confirm that the blade found at the battle site is the sword of the Raptor Star. We don't have a visual record of the sword, but the one we have matches written accounts, and a quantum analysis shows signs of masterwork. Something like this could have only been made by Saharian.
We were right to come here. The sword will become a symbol of our reborn civilization. You were saying there was an earlier culture. What do you know about them?
The oldest ruins we found are approximately 150,000 years old, but I suspect that there may be some even older, based on preliminary findings that are still being analyzed. These people were quite advanced. While the oldest ruins show a culture that was defined by its devotion to a series of deities, later they developed technology, art, even spaceflight. Roughly 150,000 years ago, however, there was some sort of worldwide seismic event. Every volcano on the planet erupted, presumably blocking out the sun. Ambient temperatures dropped dramatically. The radiation count spiked. We're still repairing that damage. The survivors of this cataclysm retreated to caves in the warmest areas of the planet, but they died out soon afterward.
And what caused this event?
We're still working on that. We have found a new site deep underground near an active volcano, but there are massive power spikes unrelated to the magma flow. If there is a source of the seismic instability, it should be there. We would have to send down a team to investigate, though, and it is quite dangerous. I wouldn't send anyone down without an environmental suit. I could go myself, but...
I'm not ready to authorize you to do that, Doctor. Our people have too few scientists left. You and your crew are better equipped and trained for something like this. I know I'm asking a great deal of you, but you have been instrumental in our progress so far. Finding this world, fighting Hakiv, stopping the Ilachi. We wouldn't be here without you. We have a new future now, a new legacy for all of us. Are you willing to see it through to the end?
Looks like it's up to us, sir. We should prepare a full away team for this assignment. I also should note we've been given permission to view the security footage from that presentation. Just return to this location, ask one of the security officers. Shall we report on these findings? Yes. And this is where I'm going to end the stream tonight. Everybody have a good evening, and I will talk to you next time.